Hi students, welcome to VTeach. Today I would like to explain regression technique. So what is the regression technique and what is the significance of the regression techniques and how to organize the regression techniques in data mining and data warehousing. See that one, regression means it is a statistical method and a statistical we can analyze the data. So here data can be smoothed by fitting the data to function such as with regression, and linear regression involves the finding the best fitting algorithm we can find out and to fit two attributes or variables so that one attribute can be used to predict the other, and multiple linear regression can extension the linear regression. And now coming to the clustering part. So what is the clustering? See this diagram. So this is the outliers of the information. These outliers we can able to divide it into the two different types of the clusters like cluster 1 and cluster 2. And here inconsistency data. So what is the meaning of inconsistency? What is the consistency? And before going to know about this inconsistency, and we have to know what is the consistency. It's a permanent data. It's a permanent data. Here inconsistencies exist in the data stored in the transaction, and inconsistencies occur during data entry, functional dependencies between the attributes and missing values. Data entry means why we are saying this data entry. So during the data entry means, for example, in the position of 1 and we have to enter the 5, then totally the value is changed. Then the same process we are applicable in this inconsistency of the data. So the consistencies can be detected and corrected either the manually or by knowledge engineering tools. What are the knowledge engineering? Information engineering. So we can able to find the correct location of this data, correct value we have to insert it using the information engineering tools. Let us discuss later we will discuss what is the engineering tools, how we use the engineering tools, and where exactly we can use the engineering tools. I can explain. So the next one is data cleaning as a process. I would like to say that data cleaning as a process, it means it's a discrepancy detection or data transformation. Now, first of all, I would like to see the discrepancy detection. What is the discrepancy detection? Discrepancy detection is nothing but it considers the knowledge of metadata. Metadata means it's a original raw data, and it examines the following rules to detecting the discrepancy. Is there any problem or is there any deviation? So we can able to find using the unique rules and consecutive rules. What is the unique rules? Unique rules are suitable for some kinds of records only. Consecutive means it's a customized data rules we can able to design for the data records. So next one is discrepancy detection tools. Discrepancy detection tools. The first one is data scrubbing tool and data auditing tools. Discrepancy detection tools is nothing but the first one is data scrubbing tool and data auditing tool. What is the scrubbing? Scrubbing in the sense we have to get the shine, or we have to simple domain of the knowledge or detect the errors to make the corrections in the data. So how to correct the data? For example, using the existing data we can able to correct at the new missing value. And next one is data auditing tools. So using the auditing tools is nothing but analyze the data, discover the rules and relationship, and detecting the data that violate such conditions. Whatever the conditions we have to place prominently, and we have to analyze the data and finding the rule and relationship. What is the rule and relationship? Here we are understanding, for example, camera is there. The condition is what? We have to necessary to buy the memory card also. So this is the relationship of the memory card and camera. And another one is milk is there. So those who are buying the milk then automatically buy the bread also. So this is the relationship of the milk and bread. So the same thing, data transformation. I already told you in the last video, what is the data transformation? This is the second step in the data cleaning as a process. But after detecting the discrepancies, we need to define to apply the transformation to correct them. That means this format is not suitable, it should not be suitable for this format, and we have to convert this format into another format. So this type of things are happened in the data transformation. The next one is data transformation tools. what are the different data transformation tools are able to evaluating the given data, that is data migration tools and ETL tool. ETL tool, that is a very important, much more, I mean more number of companies are liked of this tool, ETL tool, that is extraction, transformation and loading. So that is allows the user specific transforms through the graphical user interfaces. It's a very useful to getting the data using the ETL, transform the data from one location to another location or one format to another format. So most of the companies are doing this ETL too. And next one is migration tools. So what is the migration tool? Is nothing but simple transformation to be specified. Simple transformation, not for the huge amount of the transformation. The simple transformation such as to replace the string gender and by sex. So this is the transformation tools. The next one is data integration. The data integrating is nothing but, I already told you, integrating is nothing but integrating the different sources of the data we can able to integrate it in one position. That means these sources may include the multiple databases and data cubes or flat files. See, this is one data we are given. This data means what? For example, images are there, audio files are there, and video files are there, different etc. And these images or audio files and video files, these all the files are placed into this data. And now here multiple databases. Multiple databases means this data is placed in the different locations, different databases. This is database 1 and this is database 2. So different databases collecting the data. So these all the data are placed into the single position. So this is called data integration. This is called data integration. And now we have to reduce the data, whatever the data we are collecting in the different sources and different data records from the different tables. But here issues in data integrations are there. See that one, see this one, issues. What are the different issues in data integration? While we are integrating the data in different areas in the different databases, what are the, we have to face a lot of issues. It's not an easy task, but we have to analyze what are the issues and how to overcome these issues. The first one is schema integration and object matching. For example, image files and audio files, both the files are not combined to the single database, not storing into the single database, because it's a schema integration. Schema is nothing but it's a way they have to represent the data. That means schema integration and object matching, it's one of the first issue. It means we can segregate the data like image, all the image files are stored into this one page and all the audio files are stored into the one page and all the video files are placed into the one page. So we have to segregate the data. So that is the first issue. The next one is redundancy. In case we have combination of text plus image files are there. Combination of text plus image files. In case we never divided these text files and image files. It means that image files, this picture, the same picture are already existing in the image files, but the image is already existing in the text files also. This type of cases is nothing but redundancy condition. What is the redundancy? It's a repetition of the data continuously. So this is called redundancy. And the next one is detection and resolution of the data value conflict. For example, I have a 2 KB of the image is there in one database. This 2 KB of the data of image is transferred or moved from the one position to another position. It reduces the size or quality that into 1 KB. While we are using the 1 KB converted to 512 or 0.512. So what is the, where is the quality? Then automatically or increases or decreases. It decreases the size. Whenever the size is decreases, then automatically the quality is also decreases. So that are happened in the issues in the data integration. So the first one is schema integration and object matching. What it is? So here we have to see that What are the various types of schema integration? Object matching can be tricky because same entity can be represented in different forms and different tables. I already told you in the example. Different entities, sorry, different tables, same entity files we have to store. And now this is referred to as the entity identification problem. Entity identification. Entity is nothing but what? It's a thing. It's a real entity. And now metadata can be used to help avoid errors in the schema integration. In the schema integration, metadata can be used. Metadata, it's nothing but it's a original information and reference information where we can collect the data from the various databases. And now the metadata may also be used to help the transform the data. This is the schema integration and matching. Next one is redundancy. What is the redundancy? Repetition of the data, and collectively we can place the repeatedly information, repeatedly data we have to store in the databases. That kind of things are happening in the redundancy. The next one is X-square correlation analysis for numerical data. X-square correlation analysis for numerical data. And see this one, the example, it's clearly understand. So this is the formula they are given. So x square is equals to ci is equals to 1 and rj is equals to 1 oij minus eij by eij whole square. So see the example, we can easily understand what is the x square. The first one is 11e. So what is the formula? Count male into count of fiction. Count male into count of fiction. So first of all, you have to understand this table: male, female and total. And in the male, fiction, non-fiction, and female, fiction and non-fiction. So see the first one, 11e, count male into x count. Count male into count of fiction. So count male in the sense this one, that is 300. What is the total value? 300. So we can enter the 300. And next one is 450. What is the next one? Count of fiction. In the count of fiction, what is the value? 450 by total. So what is the n? N in the sense total number of values. That is 1500 is equals to 90. So it's very easy to understand this one, 11e. The similarly we can able to process the next two things also. So the final, this one is E is equals to count female into count of fiction by en. So what it is? 1200. What is the 1200? Where it is? Female. 1200 into 1050. So where is the 1050 of non-fiction? So this is the count of fiction or non-fiction. It's a non-fiction, right? So non-fiction, that is the 1050 by, what is the n? It's a 1500. The total is 840. Total is 840. Thank you.